Disney just did something that no other studio has ever done. And this is truly remarkable. I have never seen a movie do this. And that is, of course, this movie right here, ladies and gentlemen, the Thunderbolts. We all know the Thunderbolts. Huge financial disaster for Disney, for Marvel. You know, this movie could be the sign that the MCU is all but done. But get a load of this. The Thunderbolts, they changed their name. Right now, this movie is called The New Avengers. Look at this right here. This after the Thunderbolts flopped. Huge financial disaster at the box office. Bombed. Catastrophically, right? Huge disaster. Well, Disney said, well, we got to do something. You know, we can't have back-to-back flops. I mean, really, the third flop in a row. You had Snow White. You had the Captain America. Now you got the Thunderbolts. This is the third flop in a row. So they changed the name, these geniuses, to New Avengers, thinking that the name Avengers would be enough to get people in the door. That didn't work out too well for them. Get a load of this. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. Marvel's Thunderbolts, now the New Avengers, bombs again on Monday. Oh, oh, oh. It's the first time in the history of cinema that a movie gets the opportunity to flop twice back-to-back in the movie theaters. This is truly amazing. Now, again, let me read this one more time. Marvel's Thunderbolts, now the New Avengers, bombs again on Monday. We're going to look at these numbers here. Thunderbolts, the New Avengers, whatever you want to call it, brought in only $5 million on Monday, which is the third lowest Monday for an MCU movie. It actually, the second lowest Monday when inflation is factored in, only outperforming the Marvels. Wow. This movie, you know what's good about this movie is at least it's not the Marvels. Because when it comes to the epitome, the bottom, not the epitome, the bottom of the MCU dog shit, it doesn't get worse than the Marvels. And at the very least, you can be happy about that, right? I mean, I don't think anything's ever going to be as bad as the Marvels. But nonetheless, Thunderbolts is a close second. Let's continue watching. Only outperforming the Marvels, just like the box office opened over the weekend, which was revealed to be lower at only $74 million. And there is the brand new movie poster. They've been doing this. They've been changing billboards. They've been chasing posters on bus stops. I think you had Bucky at one point putting up a new poster with the Avengers. They've been doing everything. Let's see here. Even old MCU movies beat the New Avengers at its struggles towards $350 million. Movies from over nearly 20 years ago also beat the New Avengers, as Incredible Hulk brought in $6 million back in 2008 and Ant-Man brought in 6.4 back in 2015. Now about the Eternals, it's the first Monday brought in 4.3. However, when inflation is factored in, it's actually around 5.7, beating Thunderbolts. Yeah, bro, this movie, Thunderbolts, was a huge mistake by Marvel. They should have never made this movie, bro. Never. I don't care how good they tell us this movie is, because everyone says this. Oh, well, you got to see Sentry. Sentry is amazing in this movie. This movie feels like old MCU. Bro, no one cares. Nobody. Because what Disney did to Marvel, to the MCU, right? Turning it into the MCU. It was the MCU, now it's the MCU. You can't come back from that. You cannot come back from the Marvels. You cannot come back from Little Miss Marvel. I mean, hell, they still got that Ironheart show coming out. I'm telling you, these people are not that smart. I say this time after time after time. These people over at Disney are the people that gave us the Star Wars sequels. You know, they're not that bright. They're not that smart. They thought that they could replace Luke Skywalker with Rey. That's who these people are. My point is, these people are dummies that are behind the MCU, that are behind Star Wars. So we're done. We're not giving this crap a chance. And what's more, when this new Avengers Doomsday comes out, that's another one, bro. A lot of people are hyped about it. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is back. It's like, no, you dummies. That's not what we wanted. We did not want to get a Doctor Doom variant. We wanted the actual Doctor Doom, right? I think he's like a gypsy or something. They casted Robert Downey Jr. But anyway, I bring that up because they're always like, oh, you gotta have representation, right? You gotta have representation. They could have done it with Dr. Doom, but no, they went back to the well because they believed that was going to get butts back in seat. They believed that it was Robert Downey Jr. who was responsible for the success of the MCU, and that is a mistake. The reason why the MCU was successful was because of the characters. Captain America, Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, not the actors. That's a huge mistake Marvel has been making. They think they can just go back to the old actors and put them in different roles. It's not going to work. Robert Downey Jr. is not a star. He's not. I've said this before. Robert Downey Jr., when you take him out of Sherlock Holmes, when you take him out of the MCU, he doesn't do well. Case in point, he was in a Dr. Dolittle movie, which flopped. The dude's not a star. He's not. Iron Man is a star. Quentin Tarantino said this. He said that Hollywood is not making stars anymore. He said Chris Evans as an example. He said Chris Evans is not a movie star. Captain America is the movie star. And that is 100% true. And that is what we're lacking with the MCU. I'm sorry, the MCU. You don't have the stars in there. I mean, look at this right here. You got bootleg Black Widow, right? You got the Russian Captain America. The only star in this shot right here, they got him in the back, and that is Bucky. That's the only star they got in this. That's why this movie's a failure, because ain't nobody out here trying to watch bootleg Black Widow. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. And like always, don't forget to subscribe. Sensational.